In this episode of the Dr. Clay Show, we're going to talk about a little known yet fun tip for helping you get better sleep, and that's getting out in the sun. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, and welcome to another episode of the Dr. Clay Show. I hope you appreciate today's view, and I hope it shows up as good as it is here in person. A sunset, like I was going to tell you what it was, like you can't recognize the sunset. Anyway, it's actually setting a little bit more over there. That way is west, according to my innate compass. Anyway, what I wanted to share with you before the sun sets is a little known tip for helping get better sleep. A friend of mine on Facebook the other day was asking how, some tips for getting a better night's sleep without taking pills. And I can relate. On and off, I have problems sleeping well as well. So I've studied the topic rather extensively. Plus, in some of my formal education, I've been educated fairly well in the topic. So I've got a few things I want to share with you over time. But today I just want to share one of them with you. And that is getting out in the sun. It's something that I read not too long ago. It seems like I'd read it years ago, but I came across it. Is that a word? Anyway, I came across this material, this fact, the other day in some literature I was reading. I don't remember the name of the journal or anything. You'll just have to trust me on this. All right. And they talked about getting outside and how getting outside during the daytime when the sun is out and so on, getting outside during the day actually helps us to sleep better at night. The thought process is this, because I'm the kind of person, I don't know if you are, but I'm the kind of person I always want to know why. Well, it helps you get better sleep, but why is that? Anyway, the theory is this, that getting sun exposure, the complete spectrum of UV rays, getting natural, real sun exposure during the daytime helps to regulate our circadian rhythms. In other words, our body's internal clock. So being exposed to the sun in the daytime as opposed, and you might think, well, I'm exposed to the sun just comes up, I can't help it. Well, a lot of us these days have indoor jobs, and we're not really much exposed to the sun. And seeing the sun from the window is not the same. Really need to get out in it. And so again, the theory is this, that the UV rays come in your eyes, and that lets your brain know, essentially, and I'm of course oversimplifying, but that it's daytime. And then when night comes and the sun goes down, assuming also that you kind of correlate or overlay this practice, the getting outside practice, with dimming things down at night, darkening things down at night, because it has been shown that exposure to light at night, even though it's artificial light, can compromise our sleep by decreasing melatonin production, which our body secretes at night in order to help us sleep and to get a deep sleep. So anyway, I knew about the dark part, and we'll talk more about that in another episode, but the daytime thing is neat to me. Getting exposed to sunlight at noon is going to help you sleep at 10 o'clock at night. It's kind of odd, but true. So since I came across that material, to stick with my fake phrase, since I came across it again, I have actually been implementing that. And that's, in fact, today why I'm outside. I was going to work straight through the day because I'm trying to finish up a project that I'm excited to share with you. But anyway, I was just trapped inside all day, and I thought, man, I need to get out to get exposed to some sunlight. And I have, as I've been doing that, making a conscious effort to get outside every day. And since then, I have definitely noticed an improvement in my sleep. I can't say for certain, of course, that it's due simply to the sun exposure. It's not necessarily cause effect, but it's definitely not hurting. I can tell you that. So anyway, get outside, give it a shot, because it's not only may it help with your sleep and help to regulate your circadian rhythms, but it's also fun. And sun also tends to be an antidepressant for whatever reason. It tends to, when people are exposed to the sunlight more, they tend to be happier. So with that said, I think it's worth, based on is that research alone is worth getting outside and see if it does affect your sleep, and let me know. Part of the way that I learn is to learn from you guys, learn your input on what things have worked for you and so on. But anyway, I'll wrap this episode up, and after all, the sun is setting, so I've pretty well maxed out my UV exposure for the day. But I'm going to, while I'm here, I might as well do a little lap around the park and do a little walk. It adds up over time, right? All right, my friend, until next time.